Hello everybody and welcome to artofdino.com and saveearth.us, and I've got an interesting little theory today that I share with a lot of people in this world, not the geologists, but most people I think in India that live around this zone, the Sri Lankan bridge, the land bridge that leads from Sri Lanka to India is an amazing thing, and there is no way it was a natural formation. And I had this realization today when I was cruising on Google Earth on the plane feature and just cruising up the strip, and I was like, wow, this thing is perfect. It is an absolute perfect arc in the certain spots, and I got to do a little bit of research on this. So it's called Adam's Bridge, otherwise Rama's Bridge or Rama Setu, and there's all different kinds of thoughts about it. There's people that refer to it as a bridge of the sea in 850, and then later on it got the name Adam's Bridge by suggesting that the Garden of Eden was Sri Lanka, and someone built a bridge, some gods or whatever built a bridge from there to India so that the world could start or whatever. But either way, this is quite an area that is surrounded with a lot of mythology and a lot of possibility. Muslim tradition holds that Adam's Bridge was crossed by Adam following his expulsion from the Garden of Eden. So different religions have different stories, different people, archaeological surveys have been done. They claim it's all geographical and geological, it's all natural. Look at the way those connect. There is no way that happened naturally. Looks to me like a massive bridge that once existed, a land bridge that was created, built by a civilization that was very advanced. That looks like a star fort down there to me also. There's a lot of interesting things around here the more you dig into this area via Google Earth and otherwise. But there's some statues, cool temples, all different kinds of things. If you're a scuba diver, I can't imagine what is found around this area. It must be tons. But either way, to me, this looks like an advanced civilization built this, and then numerous resets or whatever the massive reset was, somebody destroyed it. Some civilization, some enemy of humanity along the distant past blew this thing up because it's a perfect way to stop anything. If you're in a war, maybe these two factions or whatever was warring or something, but that's the perfect target to destroy and break up into a bunch of little pieces, shoals, and have no one ever think twice about it, really. But some of those parts are so smooth, they are clearly man-made a long time ago, and then other parts are destroyed and ravaged. And they say a lot of the area near the shoals is about like 3 meters deep. Everything's very shallow. They can't really do much to go past it. Therefore, again, that to me is a sign that this was all land at one point. And even if you consider that the sea level has risen a bunch over time, again, you have that there would be more things, kind of like Easter Island in that whole zone where there's a lot of things that, again, if you look at it in a certain angle, it looks like they were blown up and absolutely destroyed. Different parts of land, and then as water filled in, you just cover those up, everything gets covered, and you just see the plateau at the top that's left. So again, this is all theory. I really do not know, but I get the gist that this happens. And if you look on coastlines all over the world, you can see different things that appear too ridiculous, too smooth, too perfect, too pristine, too ideal, too much in the perfect place, in the absolute perfect spot to be natural. It's like nature doesn't make things that like over millions of years that are helpful to us and look like construction. We do that, and the people on life, the life on Earth does that, the conscious life. So here's some visions of Adam crossing out of the bridge, and I don't think that is the case, but you never know. I think that there is a lot of stuff, and when you consider the Hindu religion, they have I'm going to go into it soon in one of the videos I've done, because I did a couple of Jainist artworks, but the Jains believed that there was their unit of measurement was the speed it takes for a god to travel like 100 million miles an hour in like a minute, and that's how they measured the world, and the world was like 15 of those, or the universe was like 15 of those in length. So in order to have something like that, you have to be an amazingly advanced civilization, and I think that's one of the biggest problems with with the world now is that we have all this ancient mythology that is just completely relegated to the realm of fantasy. And I think that at one point in time it was not. It was the reality. And relegating it to fantasy helps complete the mind control over everyone and make us never think that anything's possible or that there was never anything magical about this place, and everything is natural in a geological process that took millions and millions and millions of years, and there's no way we could have seen it. There's no way anything else is possible. It's just that. It's just what the geologists say, and they're totally wrong. They've got everyone believing their nonsense so much that when you bring up that any of these things could be created by man, the shores, the pristine shores that protect so many coastal areas from waves or whatever, and are just perfectly orchestrated, the canals, all these things, they are all man-made. This place was orchestrated and constructed by archaeological masters at one point in time who were, I guarantee, were much bigger and more powerful and more intelligent than us. Remember, we only use a very small portion of our brain. I bet at some distant civilization in the past, they were using it all. So there's no way of telling just how truly awesome we are and what we are capable of. Bless you all from SaveEarth.us and artofdino.com.